This purpose of this video is to assist with the programming of a control board in a Rowe BC1200 and a Rowe BC1400 machine. Both of these machines have two hoppers. BC1200 is a front load. BC1400 is a rear load machine typically used at a laundromat or car wash. This video is specifically designed to assist with programming after installing a capital vending kit. So you would have a black module that would look like this. The purpose of the kit is to install a Mars validator for reliability. In the event you're watching this video to do programming for the original Rowe BA50 transport, the programming instructions are not going to correspond, so it's not going to be of much assistance to you. I'm going to go ahead and turn the power to the machine on. So at this point, it's a good sign that we have a walking blue dash scrolling across. This would indicate to me that in the earlier instructions with the kit that you've properly installed the 15-position jumper, the bypass jumper, and taken out your Rowe BA50. In the event that you turn this on and it says setup required or machine code error, that's not going to be an issue. That wouldn't be unusual, or that's not going to be a bad thing. I mean, it will go through how to do the programming. I'm going to slide this up to programming mode. I'm going to scroll through my menu using this function error button right here until I get to where it says MC payout, and I'm going to go through the MC payout and this right here I would call non-MC payout. In this non-MC payout mode, all three hoppers can be programmed to pay out at the same time. So if you're paying out the same coin value, all three of them will do it at the same time. And you would use this MC payout off if you're doing more than one coin value. Perhaps if you were doing quarters and dollar coins, you'd want this to be off. The nice thing about the MC payout mode is that if one of your two hoppers gets empty or goes out of service, the other hopper will continue. If you are electing to use the MC payout, you want to put a note in your machine that after you've filled it, you always want to hit this reset button here, because the machine won't know that you filled the hoppers, and if one has gone empty, then you'd only be using the one that the machine knows is working. So at this point we have MC payout off. I'm going to press my function error button, and this would be typical of what most of my customers would see. It would have hopper value 25 and 25, so it's a two hopper machine. I'm going to go ahead and on my left hopper press this value button right here, and I'm going to increment this until it gets to T1. And then the next, I'm going to press my hopper button and it's going to go to right. I'm again going to press my value button until I get to T1. So this is a very important step. You can't deviate from this. Press my function button, and here this is going to tell me what's accepted and what's not accepted. The important thing to remember that all the money, what determines what money is accepted and not accepted is now the dollar bill validator. So we're going to do programming here that's going to seem counterintuitive. Just trust me, just follow these instructions. So where it says accept $1, yes, we click no. Press the value $2 is no. Accept $5, that needs to be yes. Press the value $10, that we need to be no. $20, no. This 25, it's critical that that says yes. 25A is no. 50, that must be yes. The dollar coin, no. And again, you could press this value button now and it will, you could review what you've done. In the event you were to call, it would be a good idea. If you needed to call our tech support, this is where most of our people make the mistake of not telling what of what to do here. So I've programmed essentially three values. So now I'm going to go ahead and press my function error button, and it's going to say 25 pay 2 and 2. This is actually the way that it needs to be. A lot of you, when you're following these instructions, you'll have different numbers appear here. If for instance, if I wanted to pay 25 coins, so I wanted 1 from the left and 3 from the right, I could set this at 1, press hopper, and it will move it over here, and I could have this come to 4. But this 25 pay, the total needs to be 4, which would be 4 coins for $1. This 25 pay is going to be your dollar payout. I'm going to press value. 50 pay, right here, it says 10 and 10. Again, this was fortunate that it automatically came out this way. For most of you, it won't. This is what's gonna the $5 payout. Again, if I wanted to, I could make this 12, press hopper, make this 8. However it is, the 50 pay must be a total of 20. With this capital vending kit, if your kit is designed to process the 10s and 20s, when a $10 bill is accepted, the kit automatically will pay double the 5 and quadruple the 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and press value. My $5 pay, this corresponds to processing a credit card. So the way that this works, if you install the credit card reader, it's pre-programmed with the one value that it will accept. So typically my customers get a $10 and $20 programmer. So if the customer swipes the card, if you're accepting that, and it's going to take a $10 bill, then you would want to give them at least 40 tokens. And you can only use the credit card in a machine that's giving out tokens. You're not supposed to install a credit card reader if you're actually dispensing cash. So this $5 pay is really for an optional credit card reader. So for now my $5 pay, I'm going to go ahead and make this, typically I'll make this 50 tokens, and I'm assuming that when they swipe it, you know, a fair value would be a $10 charge to their credit card. So here I'm going to go ahead and I'll make the $5 pay 25. I'll press hopper here, it will move over. And then I've programmed it to pay when they swipe a credit card, that's going to dispense 50 tokens. I'm going to go ahead and hit my function, and essentially I'm done. This kind of, you could scroll through your meters. I'm going to go ahead and slide the switch down. Good sign is if I'm getting my walking blue dash here, then I know the programming is done properly. When you put this into T1, you absolutely do need to check it because it will allow for mathematical errors. So at this point, we've done programming it where each of the two hoppers can individually pay out. Again, if this program, if you're doing dollar coins and quarters, you would just change the numbers. Perhaps if it was 25 pay, if you were doing dollar coins, would be 1 and 0. But hopefully I've gone through this pretty slowly and you understand the concept of what you're doing. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'll do this again, and I'll do it with the MC payout. All right, in this section of the video, I'm going to still back at the same control board. I'm just going to give a quick review of using the MC payout. So I'm turning this on, and I'm going to go to my MC payout. The MC payout, that's well explained in the row manual. The row manual can also be downloaded from the Capital Vending website if you don't understand what the MC payout mode is. Basically, it's going to give maximum change. So in the event one hopper gets empty, it will switch over to the second. So I'm going to go ahead and program MC payout on. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'll go through a different, a different payout mode just to help you learn about this. My hopper value is still set at T1 because I programmed that earlier. All the way that these are set, this $1 accept no, $2 no, $5 yes, and the important ones, the 25 yes, the 50 yes, those are still programmed because I did that earlier in the video. So now I'm just changing how it pays out. Here I'm going to need to make a change. This 25 pay corresponds to $1. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll program this. So 4 coins are dispensed each time $1 is inserted. The next function is going to be 50 pay. Whoops, pushed the wrong button. I'm going back to 25 pay. I actually want to push the value button. The value button is 50 pay, so this is how many coins are dispensed when a $5 bill is inserted. So here I need to put this up to 20. Now I'm going to hit the value button, which is how you correspond. My $5 pays is a credit card swiped in a token application only. Here I'll go ahead and I'll make it just 48. Most of my customers are not using the credit card readers. This is an optional feature with the Capital Vending kits. But again, if you do have the, if you're doing the credit card reader and you're doing change in tokens only, this is kind of assuming that they're swiping it and giving it a $10 value. You could have a $20 value or $15 value, whatever value you're having. this $5 pays. That's the how you want to program your payout. Slide my switch down. The walking blue dash indicates that I haven't made any major bluffs. When you use this T1 token payout, the board does not actually check your math to make sure you've done the payouts properly. So at this point, I would complete the installation of the capital vending kit and test it well, count your coins, and you should have many years of trouble-free life with your new kit. Thank you.